Hey, and we're back with a new video, but the same hippie-ass new agey background. So today we're talking about the simplest and most difficult lucid dreaming technique, and that is wake-induced lucid dreaming, abbreviated as WILD on most of the forums and videos out there, or there's variations like finger-induced lucid dreaming, one I recently heard of, and mild, which stands for mnemonic induced lucid dreaming. But they're all variations on wake induced lucid dreaming because the idea is you're awake and then you go right into a lucid dream, into your sleep. And that's why it's so difficult. That should sound pretty difficult, right? So here's how we're going to make it easier. And it's going to be by doing Yoga Nidra. If you've ever heard of Yoga Nidra, it's basically, or if you've never heard of Yoga Nidra, you've probably done some variation of it during a self-hypnosis audio tape or something, I'd imagine. If you're into lucid dreaming, you're probably into that type of stuff too. It's when you systematically relax every muscle in your body in order. So you might say start at the top of your head and relax your scalp, and then down your face and the back of your head and your neck and your shoulders and your chest, down your torso and arms and legs and feet, all the way down, and then either do it again or go all the way back up, or there's different variations. Eventually you should just be kind of relaxing your whole body at once and falling deeper and deeper into this state where it's like your body is asleep, almost paralyzed, and in heavy mud type of feeling. Very relaxed, and your mind is still alert. So what we're going to do to make wake-induced lucid dreaming easier is not even worry about doing it. Just every night before bed, go do some yoga nidra or that systematic relaxation of your body. Start by doing it with an audio tape if you need to get it down, and then once it's second nature, you won't need it anymore. The tape, that is, and then just go to sleep. So you're not trying to do anything fancy. You're just yoga nidra, then going right to sleep normally. And then there will come a time, most likely in the middle of the night, where you wake up. So you might wake up around midnight to pee or just to roll over, adjust the blankets or something. When you do that, that's when you're going to do the wake-induced lucid dream. And it's easier, usually, in most people's experience, to induce a lucid dream from this type of state rather than first thing when you go to bed in the middle of the night. And it also gives your brain time to do what it needs to do in REM sleep, and which is organize your thoughts and put your short-term memories into long-term storage, things like that. So you're gonna do yoga nidra, go to sleep. When you wake up naturally in the middle of the night, you're not going to dream journal if you're doing this type of technique. You could if you want to, but I think it's too arousing to the brain. It'll wake us up too much. So you're just going to roll over, and hopefully by now you're kind of familiar with that yoga nidra type of feeling of just dropping your body but keeping your mind alert. You're just going to do that. You don't have to do the systematic relaxation. That's probably also going to be too arousing. I'm talking, you're going to try to be waking up and going back to sleep in under 5 minutes type of thing, hopefully in under 1 minute maybe. Anytime you come to consciousness and you're still tired and groggy and you can go right back to sleep, you're just going to do it. And the first thing that's going to happen when you do this is you're going to enter what's called hypnagogic imagery or hypnagogia. You're typically, for me, what it feels like is I lose awareness of my body and my mind becomes very calm, almost like I'm not even there. And I see a flat, two-dimensional image, like a photograph, like a high-resolution one, like a photograph taken with a camera, but it feels flat, and I feel flat, and nothing's really moving. And then it feels like I'm sinking through a deck of cards that are all these images, and as I go deeper and deeper through these cards, it happens very quick, in just a few seconds. That's when it's easiest to lose your lucidity and end up in a dream and not know that you're dreaming. So this is the hard part to stay aware through. To watch all this happen as you go deeper and deeper through the layers and the images start to become three-dimensional, you kind of break through to this 3D space, and you're back in your body, and now things are moving again, and you're in a dream. If you can stay conscious through that state, you'll probably be in a lucid dream, or you definitely will be in a lucid dream. And that's how I have most of my lucid dreams these days, is through that technique. If it's difficult for you, there's some variations I found online recently. The finger-induced lucid dream and the mnemonic-induced lucid dream, or MILE technique. So with the finger-induced lucid dreaming, what you're doing is you're tapping your fingers back and forth, but you're doing it really subtly, like you wouldn't even notice someone doing it. You're trying to put, because you're trying to fall asleep, so you're trying to put the least amount of pressure and movement into it possible. I've never tried it, because I don't need to do it, but it seems to be helping some people, and I think it's to give your mind something to focus on as you're kind of going through those layers, being aware of your fingers, and then eventually, you're going to lose your bodily awareness, I'd imagine. So it's probably good to perform a reality check right away and get that in your brain. And then the other one is the mild or mnemonic-induced lucid dreaming. And in that one, you're telling yourself, you're going to be dreaming, you're going to be dreaming, you're going to be dreaming. That way, when you fall through all those layers and you end up in the dream, you'll be like, I'm going to be dreaming. And then you remember to do a reality check right away at the beginning of the dream. So that one sounds to me, it depends on you, but that one sounds to me like it will probably be more effective than the finger-induced one. I'd imagine that would wake me up. I probably would do the same for a lot of people. But play with those for a little while. And another thing to keep in mind is if you start doing this type of technique, especially with any sort of regularity, you're going to increase your chances of experiencing sleep paralysis greatly, and that's very frightening to some people. And we'll talk more about that in another video, but just be aware about that. And when that video comes out, I'll give you tips on how to stay calm in sleep paralysis, how to use it for lucid dreaming, how to use it for astral travel or astral projection, and also how to wake up out of it as fast as possible if you're uncomfortable there. Alright, thanks for watching, and hope you join us for the next video.